Hi, and welcome to this class where we're going to start a science TikTok channel. My name is Saad Bhatti, and I go by the name of Mr. Earth Guy on TikTok and other social media channels and podcasts. I started my TikTok journey a couple of years ago when I was interested in sharing my knowledge on geology and earth sciences. I chose Mr. Earth Guy because I thought it was a memorable name. It's quite unique, and it was a personal profile of mine which I'd wanted to create for a while. I've organically grown to nearly 32,000 followers, and my content specifically revolves around the Earth. As a geologist and geoscientist, I'm really interested in sharing my knowledge and changing technical information into easy to understand and digest stuff. This includes things like geology, earth sciences, evolution, paleontology, and occasionally trying to tackle those questions around science and religion. And over the last 2 years, I've learnt a lot of things about myself and how to promote sciences as a consequence. And that's why I'm making this class. It's to teach you how to start your journey on TikTok sciences or TikTok STEM subjects to ensure that you have the best possible starting point and platform to work off. So if you're interested in this class, do enroll, and we're going to take you on a journey to create your own profile, how to create videos, how to create prompts and images, and choose your backgrounds to ensure that you captivate your audiences and share knowledge that you have bottled up inside so that you can express your creative freedom along with your academic knowledge to thousands, if not millions of people. In this first class, we're going to talk about finding your niche. Now, this is by far one of the most important topics that we're going to touch on. Mostly because the internet is such a vast place with so much knowledge and content consistently flowing across billions of devices. The market is often very flooded with lots of varying content, and it's often hard to find areas which are less saturated. I struggled to find my niche right at the start. Even though now my channel is very much dominated by earth sciences and geology, and I have a background in academic sciences, I never started my channel touching geology or earth sciences or those kind of topics. I actually started with very basic top 5s or top 10 videos on Earth-related things. I never talked about the technical sciences, and it wasn't until later that I started to realize that my followers that were following me on my journey actually wanted to go down deeper into those subjects. So I had to learn that organically, and I reckon if I'd started and actually made notes about what my niche could have been, I would have been in a better position right at the start. So as you embark on this TikTok journey, let's start at point 1. Which is finding your niche. So what are the key tips that I can offer you for finding that niche? Well, the first thing to do is start to write down a list of all the things that you know really well, stuff that you're really good at. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to make this a business or you're going to do this as a hobby, you have to find fun and enjoyment in it. It's something that you're going to have to keep up with for months or if not years to come. Secondly, you have to see whether the niche that you're trying to exploit, be it biological sciences, physics, space, astronomy, astrobiology, whether there's enough material that you can create on a daily basis, especially for TikTok, because TikTok requires consistency and daily upload videos if possible. The next thing you're going to want to look at is the competition. That involves going on TikTok, searching your subject with hashtags or trying to find creators that make similar content to what you want to create and see how they do it. Whilst you're doing your market research, have a look and see if there are any accounts which have hundreds if not millions of followers. If that doesn't exist, then chances are that your particular niche has a void which you could potentially fill based off the content that you want to upload. It's a really exciting time when you find an area that you're good at and there aren't many people doing it because you have the power to exploit that, share your knowledge, and build a following. Before we dive into competitor analysis, let's look at navigating through TikTok. So get your phone out and follow along. You have your For You page, which is where you have all of the algorithm-based videos, so what it thinks you might want to see. You have your following page, so here you find your live videos and any creators that you have that you want to see their content for. After this, you can go back to your profile, and going on the profile will show you all of your content, as you can see here. You have your playlists, and you also have all of your videos which you can scroll through. If you like, you have your inbox and your friends. Now, these are obviously personal messages, which I won't open, but here in the friends column, you can see all of the people that you mutually follow. You then have your camera, so you can make videos, make content, which is really fun. And if you close that and go back to the profile, you have access to your menu. In settings and privacy is where you're going to find the analytical area, which is really important, and we'll touch on that later in the video. But you can see here that you have an overview, so you can see your stats, you can see your content, you can change your date ranges. So it's a really good place to investigate where your videos are going right and where your videos are going wrong, down to each individual video. Followers, live count, you can see all of these things here. But now let's go on to competitor analysis. So as an example, we're going to see and scout for competition for zoology. Now, this is obviously the study of nature and the animal kingdoms, and everyone loves animals. So it will definitely touch the hearts of many people if you can create an account which has lots of information around animals, as scary, cute, or adorable as they are. So as a step one, let's see what the competition's like. Straight away, we can see two big accounts, Zoology 3.0 with nearly 500,000 subscribers. They have a nice, unique profile picture with many videos highlighting different types of animals, with some of their more popular videos pinned at the top. This is a very good profile with playlists, and it has social media accounts attached with lots of animals as their thumbnails for their videos. This is something we're going to touch on later when it comes to creating your first video. If we go back, the second account has 132,000 followers. This is Zoology Geek. Here they're following nobody, which obviously means that they're doing a good enough job to attract people. These videos, however, aren't always focused on the animals, and their bio is quite intriguing. So now that we've taken the time to look at the competition, we know what we're good at, which is sciences, and we're going to choose zoology as our topic. Now we get started. We're going to create a brand new account, and we're going to fill out the profile, add a nice display picture, put our social accounts in, and set up the profile before we go on to create our first video. In this episode, we're going to look at getting started. So far, we've discussed what TikTok is, what the important factors are, and the niches that we're going to explore. We've also looked at the competition, and now we're ready to create a brand new profile. So how do you get started? Well, there are three main factors that we're going to focus on. Obviously, you have your profile, which is a really important part of your portfolio. We're going to have our social presence. This is going to allow users to follow you on more accounts to help build an audience and a following. And then obviously there is your content, which you'll create afterwards. So let's set up the profile. But before we do that, let's discuss a few things. The profile picture is more important than you think. It has to be something unique, something memorable, something that gives you your brand and your self-identity. It can be a self-portrait, it can be a cartoon graphic with really vivid colors to attract people's eyes. It has to be something that people remember. Because remember, when you're going through other videos on live sessions or in other comment feeds, and you leave a comment, a lot of the time people look at your username, but they also look at your picture. There have been many a time where I've joined in a live session and I changed my display picture just for a few days, and people didn't realize it was me. It's not until I went to a previous picture, which they were familiar with, where they were like, oh, Mr. Earth Guy's in the chat. Great, he's going to add some value. So that's why choosing your display picture is really important. Now, for the next part of this class, I want you to take your phone and follow me as we go through creating your first profile. So let's dive right in. Here we have a brand new profile. I've put my name as Mr. Earth Guy 2.0, and one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to edit my profile. Here I have a list of options. I'm going to add my pronouns, so he, him, and his. Again, we live in a world where these are important, so do include those. And then I'm also going to add a bio. So in this case, because we're doing zoology, I'm exploring the world through animal eyes. Hopefully this resonates with the people reading it, and it's going to give them an indication of the kind of content that I'm going to create. Next, we're going to have to choose a photo. Now, I went to Adobe Express to generate mine with AI. This is something you can do too. I created a nice vivid image with cartoons, something that's going to attract the eye when a user sees it in comments or just sees my video profiles. Once it's uploaded and saved, that's most of the profile completed. Now you can choose to add your social accounts, so either Instagram or YouTube. Here you can click the Instagram button and log into your account from there. And that's your setup complete. Now we can get started at actually creating some content for the profile. Welcome to the next episode in this class. So far, we've looked at TikTok. We found a niche, we've looked at the competition, and we've chosen our profile. We then went on to actually create the profile by adding images, a bio, our pronouns, and now we're ready to create our first video. So how do we get started? Well, there are three main topics that you need to think about. You have the topic itself, you have the hook, and then you have the story. Now, all of these are really important. The topic needs to be something engaging. Are we going to be talking about animals and how they live? Is it going to be information around a particular lion or zebra? Is it going to be something that people can resonate with? The second one is the hook. Now, this is by far the most important factor. You only have 2 to 5 seconds to truly capture somebody so that they continue to watch the rest of the video. Otherwise, the user will just swipe up and go to something else. That's just the nature of the TikTok algorithm. So in order to have a good hook, you have to have bright visuals, maybe a teaser which shows what the end is so it makes users stick to it. Sometimes having really good engaging music that makes people a bit stunned can keep them there. Or if it's a video with you on camera, lots of facial expressions. Because us humans, we like to see facial expressions and it keeps us engaged. And then lastly, we have the story. Now, depending on how long your video is going to be it 15 seconds, 60 seconds, or even 10 minutes, which TikTok allows, you have to make sure that you storyboard all of your content in a really nice way so that users feel like they're part of the journey while they're watching it. Your story also needs to include call to actions. Once in a while, putting a thumbs up to remind them to like the video, or asking them to comment on what their favorite topic is if it's related to the video that you're creating. The key here is making sure your viewers are never bored. With a swath of millions of videos being uploaded to TikTok every single day, chances are they've got lots of interesting things to watch. So you have to make sure that you captivate just 1 minute to 2 minutes of their day and make them stick with you. Remember to take your time when you create your videos. You want to make sure that you spend enough time to create something engaging, but at the start, also remember that quantity is better than quality. The more videos you post on TikTok means the higher the chances you might get one of those go viral, which will bring thousands of followers literally overnight. One example here is I pinned a video which was doing really well, which was the origin of water. This got 4.1 million views. Now, I never intended that video to get that many views. In my mind, I'd had plenty of videos which were much better than that with better quality. But something about that video stuck with people and they engaged with it, basically making it one of my viral videos. And to show you the power of how a viral video can change your profile, if I go to the statistics of this video, we will see that I had nearly 7,000 hours of watch time, but it also increased my following by 5,100 followers. And this happened pretty much over a couple of days. So it just shows you how one video can change your profile literally overnight. So let's get started with making our first video. You're going to arrive at the home profile page of your TikTok account and click on the plus button. Here you will have me in front of you, but you're going to go over to the 60 seconds or the 10-minute mark. Then you're going to go to effects and choose the green screen, which will allow you to choose a background photo. I'm going to choose my elephant image because our video is about elephants, and I'm going to pinch out so that I'm a bit smaller so I'm not obstructing the view of the image. This is really important to capture the user. I'm going to choose 60 seconds and then I'm going to hit record. And that's where I'm going to start being very lively and engaging with the audience. Now we have our created video. Mine is 60 seconds long and you can see it's automatically playing. I'm going to choose a sound from the bottom left and I'm going to choose Planet Suite 2 because it's lovely Hans Zimmer music which goes nicely. I'm going to choose an audio sound so that it's not too loud, so that it's not covering my voice. And then I'm going to add in some text for the first few seconds of the video. Hit the text button and then type in what you will. In my example, I'm putting 5 elephant facts you did not know. This is important because most people think they know all the elephant facts, so this will engage with users and you can stylize it as you want. Then you're going to click on it and set duration. This is so that it only occurs for the first few seconds of the video. So now you will see after 4 or so seconds, the text will disappear. Now that we've created the video, we're going to add some captions and comments to it. So you click on the next button and this will open up a brand new window. This part of the process is really important as it optimizes the video and helps the algorithm in TikTok. At the top, you're going to put your caption. Next, you're going to want to include hashtags. This lets the algorithm know what your video is about. Choose between 3 and 5 to be safe, as it gives you a better chance of having a viral video. Make sure you have Allow High Uploads on to have the best quality. In the top right, you can select your cover, so you can scroll through your video, choose a nice background live image, and then choose the kind of cover that you want to add. I like to choose simple ones as it makes the text clearer, but you can choose whichever one you like for your video. Put in a catchy title, and then once you've done that, hit the Done button on the top right. After that, you'll come back to the main page where you can hit the Post button where it will be uploaded to your profile. Once you've uploaded it, it will look like this on your brand new profile. And that's pretty much it. Completed. You've now made your first video. You've now created your first video. Now, for this class, I want you to make a second one. But this time, in the settings area where you can put your captions, I want you to @ Mr. Earth Guy in the description. That way I can see that you've uploaded a brand new video and I'm going to review it in the comments. Congratulations on making it to the last episode in this class. We've saved the best to last as it's one of the most important: analytics and measuring success. You see, most videos on TikTok are rarely watched till the end. Most of the time, people are looking at the comments, liking the video, and moving on to the next one because they haven't got much time in their day to spend watching just one video. This is why the analytics feed is really important. You've got to understand why a video went viral, or why did one video do really poorly. So you can look at things like, what is the retention rate? So this is how long users last or watch your videos for before they taper off and they go somewhere else. How many comments were there in the video? Or more importantly, what was the topics of discussion? The analytics provides a nice overview of the most used words in a video, so you can see what people were talking about in that video. This will allow you to create more content on those topics if you wish. You can also go into your profile analytics. In that section, you can see what time most people come on, and these people are your followers. If many people come on at 8 p.m. onwards, make sure you post content around that time so that the video goes straight to their For You page. You can look at things like your following gender. So are there more males, females, non-binary? This will also help you with making content, as you may make videos catered to a particular gender. And lastly, also check for the delay in virality. I've had some videos which went viral 2 or 3 weeks later, and then I had to ask the question why. And that's when I go into the analytics to see what was trending in that video through the comments. For finishing this class. I hope you got some valuable information here, and I look forward to seeing what you create in your own journeys. We've looked at everything from how TikTok works, finding your niche, looking at the competitor analysis, and then setting up a profile. After we set up the profile, we started to create our own very first video. We edited the video, we put the captions, we made sure the hashtags were correct, and then after that we posted it. And after that, we looked at analytics and how to look at success. So I hope you took all you needed from these videos, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced TikTok user. I hope to see you on TikTok, popular, making viral videos, and I look forward to all your submissions with this class. Thanks for watching.